Hi, welcome all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Arun. Thanks for joining. Hi, welcome all, and welcome to this webinar from OfficeHub Tech. And this webinar, we are going to talk about automations on what we have built, N8N and the Zoho integrations. We wanted to present it to the world and show, what things we could build. This is an agentic AI use case which has been built on N8N, wherein the systems would integrate the tools which is used as Gmail and um, Zoho Books, right? We would demonstrate that one. And with me, I have Arun Aswin. Arun, welcome to the webinar. Arun is joining from our Sirgadi office. Arun is the engineer who built this solution. He is leading the capability on building agentic AIs um, across multiple technologies. He builds agentic AI in Zoho and he builds agentic AI in N8N and integrates with solutions. So, welcome, Arun, and it's nice to have you along with me for this session. And Arun would be taking the lead on presenting the demo to you all, right? And as most of you know, I'm Sam. I'm the CEO and Chief Solutions Architect here at OfficeHub Tech. And OfficeHub Tech is a Zoho consulting partner. And I'm based out of Orlando in the Eastern time zone in US. And we predominantly serve the US market as well as India and Middle East market, right? So with that introduction, let me not waste any more time and get into the subject for the day, which is the N8N automation, right? So to share my screen, and we have prepared a small slide deck just to give a context and an idea about what is this all about, how it functions, what use case it's going to work on, things like that. Okay. Um, so let me share my screen, and Arun, let me know once it shows up on the screen.
Yeah, Sam.
Do you see a slide deck now, or should I share it?
Yeah, Sam. It's visible.
You are seeing a slide deck, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So thanks for all who are joined again. And this is going to be a demo session. It's a webinar with a demo session wherein we are going to show a use case wherein N8N manages or acts as an accountant, an office accountant, and it takes the role of an accountant. This agentic AI takes the role of an accountant and processes invoices which has been received from the vendors, right? So this is a webinar on automated invoice processing and expense management system is what we have built with an agentic AI. So the objective, what is this system? It is an intelligent automation workflow system which is built on N8N. It picks up, reads the emails which is coming in, and it identifies the invoices which has been sent from the vendors. Vendors send multiple invoices, and if you are in a construction, and if you are in a distribution industry, or you are in an industry where you have a lot of procurement happening, services, products you procure, then obviously there will be a whole list of invoices, bunch of invoices coming into your email. It's a hardship. If you listen to the accountants, they will be talking about these pain problem, right? They will be talking about this pain problem, like how much it is uh, tough for them to not miss any invoices which is coming from vendor, and picking that invoice, processing that invoice, making the payment. It's a whole lot of fun, cumbersome task. And even when when I was starting my business, my dad used to say two things like, okay, fine, you're going to start your own business. Ensure two things. One is pay your staffs, employees on time, and pay your vendors on time, right? Paying both these community is, it would be the showcase for a healthy, good business. You pay the vendor on time, right? That's the most important thing, because you wanted to be in the business, you wanted to be in the community, and you wanted to serve your vendors also in a different perspective by paying them on time. But today's world, what happens? Invoices come into the email inbox, you miss out certain email, then you get a reminder on top of it. You go back and ask the vendor, like, hey, can you resend that email? Then they say invoice, then they resend this invoice. Whole lot of confusion. Why this confusion? Because the invoices which is sent to your inbox is not quickly, promptly brought into your accounting system. The example what we are going to show here is Zoho Books. Let it be Zoho Books or QuickBooks or any of the Sage or any of the accounting system. If the invoices what you are receiving in your inbox from your vendors are not properly brought into your accounts as expenses under the particular project or under the particular contract, and then you convert into a bill and make the payment, if you don't do that one, then that's going to create a lot of abrasion. That's the problem we are solving here. This is a mundane, regular activity, not that interesting for any of the accountants, right? We need not do that job anymore. We have the agentic AI, the smart agentic AIs, which can take care of this use case, right? So that's what we have built, and that's what we are going to demo today, right? So what are these problems currently? I was talking about all these problems, right? When you look closer into these problems of these invoices not being brought into your accounting system properly, right? Today it is all done through manual data entry. Excuse me. Manual data entry. That's time consuming. Again, then there's a human error. You give it to your junior accountant and ask them to put all these invoices. Human errors. Duplicate expenses can be getting created, right? You never know, like, whether you have created this expense or not. You just go create one more expense, the same invoice twice. Possible. It has happened many times. Delayed processing, missing documentation, vendor management issues. Obviously there's going to be an aberration coming on from the vendors, right? And they're going to react on you. And nowadays, because of the processing of these invoices and all, and global invoices, you get invoices from multiple other locations and things like that. High chances of you missing it, right? Like Monday you come, by that time, if you have your vendors in China and you have vendors in India or any other country, they would have sent your invoices during your Sunday. Then Monday you come, you see your inbox, you may miss out that, right? Unless you go and look into each and every mail, ensure that all those invoices are brought into the system. High chances of missing that, right? So these are the problems we are solving here. If this invoice to expense process, with all the checks and balances, with all the guardrails, if that could be independently handled by an agentic AI, then you need not worry about it, right? Then you can scale your business. So this is one of the scalability issue that I see in a lot of the businesses. They get scared to include one more vendor and things like that, because although they know that, okay, fine, this vendor can give a better price and things like that, they don't want to add the vendor because it's a headache. You wanted to maintain that vendor, you wanted to maintain the invoices, one more touch point and things like that, right? So that really stops you from scaling. So these are the things which this use case addresses. Okay. So because of the solution where the agentic AI acts as an accountant, which connects your email system, let it be Gmail, the tool can be anything. It could be Gmail, it could be your Microsoft email, it could be a Zoho email or any email, right? Any email system. Your tool could be anything. And then your accounting system could be anything. It could be Zoho Books, it could be QuickBooks, the Sage, or Oracle or NetSuite. You can have any accounting system on the other side. Okay. But this agent would act as an accountant. Take this invoices which has come from your email, process it, put it in the appropriate, uh, you know, header, identify the vendor, go and pick that vendor, check whether there is an expense which is already being created, whether this is a duplicate, download this one, attach it to this one, fill all these expenses, right? So completely taken care. So there's an automated data entry because expense is created automatically, and there is no error which is happening. Then there is no duplicate invoices are not getting created, expenses are not being getting created, and the processing is real time. And the documentations, like the download this invoice which has been sent and upload it into the accounting system, that is all taken care. And vendor management is good. After, there is no leave or anything, as you know, like agentic AI works 24/7. So immediate processing, and you handle all the scalability problems, right? So this is what we are solving today, and that's what we are going to see it as a um, demo. So before I hand it over to Arun to walk you through about the flow, the technology stack, and show the demo and things like that, I just wanted you all to take a glimpse of this one. This is how it operates, right? You have the workflow, agentic workflow management tool, which is N8N, the platform, which is connected to the OpenAI, which is the brain behind it. And then you have your Zoho Books and Gmail, which is the tool. It can be Zoho Books, it can be QuickBooks, Sage, and what or not. Like, no, I just repeat the whole list. It could be any tool. And then you have any of your mail system. So this is all connected together, right? So that's how this use case is possible. So with that, setting up the context, giving an idea about what is the problem statement, what we have solved here, and how that helps the businesses, what's the problem they have today, and how that helps the businesses to overcome these problems, right? These are the things which we saw right now. I would hand it over to Arun. Arun would explain about the technology stack. He will explain about the workflow. Then he would show you the demo followed by that. Okay. Arun?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me stop sharing and you can take it from here.
Is my screen is visible, sir?
Yes. Yes.
This is the technology stack used in our automation. Gmail is used to monitor the incoming invoice emails, and N8N acts as the automation engine that controls the entire workflow. Here we use AI engine as OpenAI. We use OpenAI as AI, and for accounting system we use Zoho Books. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So as Arun is explaining that one, I just wanted to add one more point, like, which Arun showed me last time. The LLM could be anything. The LLM could be an OpenAI. LLM could be a Claude and things like that. And so this particular demo, what Arun has used is GPT 4.1 mini, just to quickly process the things, right? We know that 4.1 mini is quick in processing things. Yeah. Please go ahead, Arun. Yeah.
Here it start from email trigger, and invoice is comes from one vendor. It PDF. It extract PDF from the email, and A extract the text from the PDF. And here it search for the vendor in Zoho Books, whether the vendor is exist or not. If the vendor is exist, it goes check. It goes for check duplicate expense. If not, it creates a new vendor, and here it checks for duplicate expense, whether the invoice is already there or not. If is there any duplicate, it sends an email notification to the vendor, like the expense is already there, like that. And here, if there is no duplicate, it creates an expense in Zoho Books and attach the PDF to the expense record. That's all.
Great, great. Yeah, yeah. So this is a clear step-by-step information about the agentic AI's flow. The exciting part is it opens the PDF, it extracts the PDF, it reads the PDF, it attaches the PDF into the appropriate the expense which is it has created, right? So that's the very exciting part for me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Arun, you can go on to the next.
Here I can show the demo now.
Yes, please. Very excited to watch. We are waiting
Yeah.
for that. Despite of all those technical connectivity issues, we wanted to see the
Yeah.
demo.
This is the
Yeah.
workflow that we build in anytime. In this workflow, we are going to see how we can automate the expense in Zoho Books using N8N. Here we are using two Zoho Books, two demo accounts. One is for sending an invoice to the email, and another one is record the expense in Zoho Books. Here first, an invoice is sent from the first Zoho Books account, the email address. One moment, I will send that one. Here I add the customer, add the items. Yeah, I had to save and send. The invoice has been sent to the email address. The invoice has been sent. Now I start the workflow here. Yeah, it extract. Okay. Here the trigger is an email. N8N continuously monitor the inbox and it detects when an invoice emails arrives. And here successfully. Okay. And here it extract the PDF from the email. And here we our OpenAI extract the text from the PDF, like details such as vendor name, invoice date, and invoice number, amount, description, etc. And here it checks for vendor is whether is already in Zoho Books or not. If the vendor is already in Zoho Books, it goes to here. If not, it create an vendor in Zoho Books. Then it check for duplicate. Before creating an expense, the workflow check whether the same invoice has been already received or not. If any duplicate occurs, it send an email alert to the vendor, like the invoice has been already sent, like that. And here, if not, there is no duplicate expense, it create an expense in Zoho Books, and it merge it, and the document is merged to the recorded expenses. Yes, sir.
Please go ahead and show that how it has been created in the system.
Yeah. Now I use another demo form. Here the vendor is created 32 demo at OfficeHub Tech, and
So if the vendor is not there, system would
yeah,
automatically create that vendor in the system, right? Of course, we
yeah,
can put in controls to make it a, like, draft mode, have an indication, send an automated email that this vendor is newly created. And if someone says, hey, I don't want a vendor to be created automatically, hold on to it. Yes, we can handle it like that also, right? So here
yeah,
in this use case, we could see that system has automatically created the vendor and it goes and creates an expense. Yeah, please go ahead.
yeah. And here it creates an expense. Yeah, it creates an expense. The expense amount is here, and the PDF is attached to this expense.
So what you are seeing is like in the demo, the previous Zoho Books, what you saw is the vendor's accounting system from which they sent the invoice.
Yeah,
This book, Zoho Books, what you're seeing is like the 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 company's accounting system, right? So the email has been read by the N8N agent. It has come here, created the vendor because the vendor is not there. Then it has created the expense and it has put here, right? We can also put this one in a draft mode. The expense can come in here as a draft mode. So the accountant can look at it. They find everything is okay, then they can mark it as a confirmed mode, right? So that opportunity is also there. Okay. So that's the thing. Yeah. Any other? Can you come down and show like any audit trial or anything to say like when this has been created, all those information? Can you show the created time? Yeah. Close this one. That's fine. Like, I just thought like, we'll just have the audit trial also. That is fine. So this
okay.
is the thing, team, the folks who are seeing this one. Now we saw like, how intelligent is N8N or this whole workflow, the use case, what we have built along with the LLM, along with these tools connected. It reads the invoice. It identifies the vendor. If the vendor is not there, it creates a vendor which can be controlled in any case. Like, you don't want it to be created like that, then we can stop it like that. Then it goes and checks whether the invoice is already present. If this invoice is not already present, then it creates a new, what it sees is like whether there is an expense which is already been created for this invoice, because they don't want to create, we don't want to create a duplicate expense, right? So the system checks for the duplicate check, and then the agent creates the expense and notifies the accountant that it has created an expense. It can be done in a draft mode. So the accountant can check that one and then they can confirm and make the payment and log the payment and things like that, right? That makes the life of the accountant easy. So thanks, Arun. Thanks for the nice demo. And, this is a very powerful, exciting use case, definitely. Can you go to the last slide? Yeah. So thanks for
Yeah,
that. And I would appreciate all those people who joined us for this webinar. I hope this would have been a very exciting use case. If you are an accountant, please take advantage of it. If you are a decision maker or an influencer, yeah, talk to the team. Refer them about this use case. We can do it for you. And of course, that's going to save a lot of time and save a lot of vendor aberration, right? And avoid all those errors, the manual errors, the data entry errors, get rid of all those stuff. And become an agentic AI company. Embrace the AI. So if you think this use case is for you, just reach out to us, and you have all this information, the email ID, our website, our phone number, and the QR code. And yeah, so that's the thing. And we would meet you all in another new session, a webinar of additional use cases. And of course, like, we have multiple webinar series, and this is going to be an agentic AI series. So this is the first use case what you have seen. You'd be seeing the next use cases in the upcoming webinars. So thanks again for all your time. Thank you. Thanks, Arun. Bye.
Thank you.